All right, gamers, hold on. We have to actually make an adjustment here. So I was thinking in the shower, I don't think graphics is the appropriate term here. I feel like that is more appropriate. Or whitewashing graphics for Nintendo's Nintendo games. I'm crying. That's not what this is supposed to be. That's not what it's supposed to be. I'm just talking because like graphics is very specific. Visuals will encompass like character design and art style, and and the graphics on top of that, like frame drops and all that nonsense can go into here. It captures more than just that's what I was thinking. Man, maybe I put too much thought. Huh? Maybe I put too much thought into this. What's the visual rating for Three Houses? It doesn't get one. No, it's a 0. Listen. Three Houses was lucky we weren't doing this format back when we were playing Three Houses. They were lucky. I mean, we're already talking about visuals. So visuals, I think the game, hold on, now I gotta go look at the game actually, before I start saying some bullshit. Oh God, the PNG background. This game is a lot better at hiding it than Three Houses was so dog shit. We're gonna be comparing it to Three Houses a lot today. I think this game definitely looks, 50 times better than Three Houses. Like, it's not even close. They did go for that bright, colorful art style. That's very, I would say, I feel like it turned off a lot of people into playing this game, and I can totally see that. I feel like I'm part of that. Actually, you know what? That happened. That already happened. There was a different series that did this exact same thing. And I was like, what the hell? I'm not playing this shit. And that was Xenoblade. I was playing Xenoblade X on Wii U, right? Look at what the original Xenoblade X looks like on Wii U. And then look at Xenoblade, the very next game in the franchise, Xenoblade 2. What the hell? The jump in visuals, like, they just went full anime. I was like, I don't know about all this, chief. The gamers, like, I'm good on that. So if anyone was turned off by how the characters look, how the game looks, how bright and colorful it is compared to Three Houses, especially, but Three Houses is very muddy looking, I would say. I don't know. Then yeah, I can see that. I feel like the character designs also, they take time to get used to, because dude, I definitely looked at Hortensia and was like, what the fuck? But then, like, she's on screen for about 3 more hours, and you're like, okay, well, I guess it's not so bad. Could be worse. I don't know. I think I'm doing 3. It's like, I like some character designs. I think the game looks good. It never really dropped any frames on my Nintendo Switch. It kept the 30. I think there was one time where it did, and it was one map with a bunch of bullshit happening on screen, and that's where it dropped frames. But that's like, dude, even your PlayStation 5, a bunch of stuff happens on screen, and then your game is not going to be holding that solid frame rate anymore. I'm surprised, gaming hasn't gotten past that point yet, but it's a story for another time, I suppose. Speaking of story, what do we think about the stories? I thought I can't take this seriously because the game doesn't take itself seriously. It's not a serious game. I don't know. I can't tell if it's on purpose or not. No, it had to be. No. It's guaranteed on purpose, because when Marth goes, you're an emblem now. The Fire Emblem. Look, there's no way they were in the studio, in the development room, writing this shit down like, yeah, this right here, this is fire. It is fire. Let's it's pretty fire. I don't know. The first 2/3, sorry. The first 2/3 of this game is we're gonna go collect the Chaos Emeralds, the 12 Chaos Emeralds, aka the Emblem Rings, and that is the game. That is literally what you do. You go to a map, and it's like, you have an Emblem Ring. Yes, we're gonna go beat your ass. You go to another map. Oh, here's Yunaka, who has the Emblem Ring by accident. Whoopsie doopsie. Now we do a map, and now we have the Emblem Ring. Next map. Oh, we get another emblem. Oh, we go to a new kingdom. You have an Emblem Ring. Cool. Oh, we're getting attacked. That's a map, right? Like, that's the whole thing. That is literally the whole thing. Until you hit about, well, yeah, it's hold on. You get the chapter, like, what is it, 9? It's like 9 or 10. It's like 10 or 11. When you lose the first half of your emblem, and then it's like, okay, you gotta reset. And you gotta go to the other side of the map, the other side of the world. It's like, okay, cool, I guess. And you have to use, I don't know if this was intentional, but like, you lose the older Fire Emblem games, and then you game the newer ones, you know, the newer, more popular ones. Like, very interesting. And they're the ones that like you use to save the day. Interesting. I wonder if that was on purpose. So I don't think the story even, like, there's not even a plot. It's essentially a Mario plot line until we get to, dude, what chapter was that? Let me go. Yeah, chapter 19. No. When did we fight the big 16? We can go back a little bit. 16. When you fight like all 5 of the rat bastards at the same time. It was 6. It was like 6. It was 6 emblems versus 6 emblems. That was a crazy battle. That was probably the hardest fight in the game. After you get that, oh shit, there's a story here. There's story. They start talking about like, oh, like Sombron, he only made kids to like use them as like, just use them as tools, and like some of them are like and when they don't do what they are supposed to do, he just erases them. He's just, all right, they're gone, see ya. And then like that's a whole part of Colgate's character. I calls her Colgate again, but that's who she is. She's Colgate. It's fine. Her whole point of her character, of her rebellion, is that she was just doing what she was told to do because she didn't want to die. Like, it's very simple, right? But they don't go into that. Besides, like, there's like 3 cutscenes about that. It's like we could have had we had the whole game. We had the whole game to do this. The whole game, and they're like, oh, well, you know what? The game's ending. Here you go. Let's start putting some stuff in here now. It's like, oh, you get to the final boss. He's like, oh, dude, my big backstory. I'm actually from a different world because there's a Fire Emblem multiverse where all the characters from different worlds. Mard's game, that's its own universe. I think that's cool though. I think that's probably the better way to do it. The villain's main plot, his main goal was to escape and go to other worlds. It's like, okay, because he wanted to find his fire, the emblem of foundation. Who knows what was in that? I do think it's just in short, it's I think it's too late. They start the story too late. They start the good stuff in the story too late, and then it probably wasn't the interesting stuff. I can't even call it good. Let's not call it good. They start the interesting stuff late. Unfortunately, it's too late. It's too late, because I even think with Ayla and her mom at the end there, that was even better. That was better than whatever they were trying to do at the beginning of the game. But it all just happens like boom, 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 boom. Oh, we have to end the game. Like, oh, the game's ending. Sorry, we have to. Here you go. Everything's coming. Oh, boom. Not to mention we had 15 other chapters to do this stuff. No. We're doing it now. We gotta do it all now, right now. So I don't. We time traveled to meet like old Alier. It's like to be like evil Alier, man. This game's silly, man. There's the Veil stuff. I guess that's a big part. Maybe I should touch on that a little bit. But that Veil has the same thing as Colgate. Alier, Colgate. You guys know what I'm talking. She can't stand her goddamn father, bro. They engineered her and made a second Veil. They made a second personality in Veil so that she can actually do her job and be evil. And is that a good concept? I think so. I think they had an idea there. Not much with that, I would feel like. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it 2. We're giving it a 2. 2 on the story. I feel like I'm being generous with the 2 too. I could give it a 1, but we're gonna give it a 2 because I did like a lot of the characters. I do like some stuff in the plot, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. Alier becoming an emblem was that was a pretty good twist. That was a cool twist. I think it did get me to actually like Alier as a character. I mean, when she gets in Smash Bros, I can at least clap because I played her game. So like when she shows up in Smash, I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the story. Well, music is anticlimactic. I think it's just good. And this is usually where like it's just they have really good music. They've got really good remixes of the old. Like this is the benefit of it being the anniversary game, is having all these other characters. And I thought that was a cool idea too. I mean, that's more points to the story. I thought it was a cool idea to have all of the Fire main heroes come back in a way for the like. Just for like an anniversary game and fight a big guy, a big villain together. Like I thought that was cool, but that does also lead to having like maps and music from their games coming back. So like when we go to Celica's map, it starts playing this song starts playing when you're fighting Celica. It's like, oh hell yeah, it's like bang. When you go fight Violet and it starts playing the Three Houses song. So that was good. At first, I was like, this soundtrack's not very good because I don't think the first couple songs are like, but then you get later in the game and the music gets better and better. So it's like, okay, thank God, we don't judge right away. Isn't that right, gamers? We don't judge things frame 2. So now the gameplay. This is the best part of the game. Is this the best Fire Emblem gameplay we've had since like, I don't know, classic Fire Emblem? Actual challenge in the maps. Actual strategy, actual thought in your units, right? There's so much customization. It's damn near close to like a job system. Three Houses kind of had a job system as well, where you can learn shit, you can apply abilities that you've learned to a character. It's very similar here, but it's like they're attached to the rings. It's actually very similar to FF6, except that there's still like an extra step there with the skill points and stuff. But all of that allows you to sort of build your units kinda how you want to. Kinda. We can't say completely, because some characters are just unsalvageable, and that is one of the big negatives of the game. Is like, you can't just like, what if I was a big Ete fan? I'm not, but I wanted to use her the entire game. Well, at some point, Ete is just gonna stop getting good stat buffs, because she just has low stat buffs. Like on level up, she's not gonna get good stat, just because that's just how they designed the game, and they want you to use the later character. Forgato. You're gonna use Forgato as your bow because he's just better. I wish I could have used Citrine the whole time. I could not. Here's another positive. Dude, thank God the monastery is gone. Holy shit. Now, granted, I did spend a lot of time in the Somino? Something like that. I spent a lot of time in there, but I was actually building my units and not playing a persona, right? Like, I was spending a lot of time in there of my own volition, building my characters, getting my buffs up, right? That was all me. I did that. If we're comparing that to Three Houses, bro, you're in Three Houses, that's a 2-hour set. You go to the you go to the monastery and Three Houses, you're the next 2 hours of you running around talking to characters. I guess if you want to, I guess that's also just an option. Tea time, dude. Actually, they should have brought tea time back. But I mean, I still prefer this. It's a lot smaller to scale. You're not getting lost all the goddamn time like me. Yeah, I definitely much prefer this. Unfortunately, that's not how it's going to be for the future. For the future, something similar to the monastery will be back, because that is what people preferred, the Three Houses style of game. So we'll see what the next new Fire Emblem game is, because maybe the next game is a remake or something, but the next new Fire Emblem game will probably be closer to Three Houses than Engage, and that'll make me sad, because I thought the gameplay was really good. We'll give it a 4.5. I won't give it the 5. Should I give it the 5? Dude, let me glaze. I'll glaze and give it the 5. I'll glaze and give it the 5, bro. I'm an engaged fan. I'm an engaged fan. I do think the direction of the game being silly is probably what they should stick to, though. I feel like they shouldn't take themselves seriously. At this phase in the game, you shouldn't take yourself seriously. And it would benefit, oh my god, dude. It would benefit them so well if they actually moved away from the medieval shit. How are we still, this is like the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th Fire Emblem game, and we're still doing medieval cyberpunk Fire Emblem. Like, let's get in there. Let's do that. You can go full silly. People would love, dude. You can go full silly. You can even bring back some of the bull. You can make it as Persona as you want in that. It's so much easier to make a Persona game if you do Cyberpunk, and that's what they want to make. So like, I don't understand why they're trying to stick to this thing. Maybe Fire Emblem just has to be this. Maybe it has to be this. I don't know. I'm no Fire Emblem expert. I'm just a guy who likes Fire Emblem moderately, and I play the games when I get around to them, and I think they're fun. But yeah, I'd give it this. This is the Fire Emblem Three Houses Fire Emblem Engaged ranking, and I'll see y'all around for a next time. Bye bye.